And my baby there. Good morning. Welcome to this channel here. Great cloudy day. And it is a great cloudy day here today. Kind of misty out. Been raining. Sometime in the night it started. Well, I guess it was early morning, but it was still dark. I remember getting up to use the bathroom and hearing it rain while I was in the bathroom. Or that's when I first noticed it. I am Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. And welcome. If you could, please hit that like button while you're here. And if you've watched anything like all the way through, like a video or two, and you haven't subscribed or anything, but you've watched a couple and you like it, if it's helping you, if some of it's entertaining, whatever that you find beneficial from it, consider subscribing, please. And all that other good stuff, share it wherever you can. The goal of the channel ultimately is just to try to share my life, my experience with my relationship to my Creator, my daily walks, my struggles, and hopefully some of the things I share is motivation and gets people, maybe their brains is stirring, and if they're going through anything, they're able to get through things a little better by watching something I've said or done on video or, that I share here. And it's not all about Gray Cloud. This is the hopes is this is a community effort eventually, as the channel grows, I foresee eventually having to try to find a few people that know more about certain things and aspects of doing content and helping, things will get to where I'll need a few people, kind of a team, and not me, but I want to think of it that way anyway. Enough of that explanation and all that kind of hunky-dory stuff there. But I don't know. That's where my brain's at. I was just trying to record a reflections video, and I got so far in it and started telling y'all about why I'd been feeling bad since Saturday a little bit. And I got kind of fumbled up in my words and just hit stop and was like, man, so I'm going to come back to that later, because I realized I haven't done a reflections in almost 2 weeks, and I know what's been going on and there's been other things that were stressing me, and then I've been just trying to get at least, my main top videos up, and sometimes I haven't, there's been a day or so I might have missed, just because of how I felt. I think the only times I've really missed anything is over the weekends mostly. But this is going to be an installment of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. It's by Richard Carlson. I don't always say the title or the author, but it's going to be number 87, and I know that I'm getting close to being done with this book, so I'm trying to think ahead on what I might know or have as an idea of something that would be good to start once I'm ready to start again on reading a book fairly several days a week or almost every day. Okay, 87. If y'all have any suggestions, you could let me know. If you know a meditation book that would be cool, something that can be read easily as a daily thing or whatever. I'm sure I'll figure something out. God will help me. Redefine a meaningful accomplishment. I really liked this one. Of course, I always say I like them all. I haven't really came across one in this book that it didn't seem to be of some good advice, at least. Even if I didn't need that particular advice for said thing, it still was good advice. And it, I can see where the logic is. Okay. Redefine a meaningful accomplishment. Sometimes it's easy to get carried away with our so-called accomplishments. We spend our lifetimes collecting achievements, earning praise and recognition. and seeking approval. So much so that we lose sight of what is truly meaningful. If you ask the average person, as I have done many times, what is a meaningful accomplishment? The typical responses will be things like achieving a long-term goal, earning lots of money, winning a game, getting a promotion, being the best, earning praise, and so forth. The emphasis is almost always on the external aspects of life, things that happen outside of ourselves. Certainly, there is nothing wrong with these types of accomplishments. They are they are they are a way of they are a way of keeping score and improving our circumstances. They are not, however, the most important types of accomplishments in your primary goal. If your primary goal is one of happiness and inner peace. I kind of stumbled there. I'm sorry, because it says I seen where there was a typo. That's what threw me off. But let me start over there. Certainly, there is nothing wrong with these types of accomplishments. They are, see, they left out the A right here, but it should be they are a way of keeping score and improving our circumstances. Then they are not, however, the most important types of accomplishments if your primary goal is one of happiness and inner peace. Seeing your photograph in the local newspaper may be a nice thing to achieve, but it isn't meaningful as learning to stay centered in the face of adversity. I agree there. Yet many people would point to their photo in the paper as being a great accomplishment, but wouldn't necessarily think of staying centered as an accomplishment at all. Where are your priorities? That's where I've been at in life, most of my life, but now more so than ever. If being peaceful and loving are among your primary goals, then why not redefine your most meaningful accomplishments as being those that support and measure qualities such as kindness and happiness? I think of my most meaningful accomplishments as stemming from inside myself. Was I kind to myself and others? Did I overreact to a challenge? Or was I calm and collected? Am I happy? Was I too stubborn? Did I forgive? These questions and others like them remind us that the true measure of our success comes not from what we do, but who we are and how much love we have in our hearts. Yeah, I got my believing in yourself today shirt on. Rather than being consumed exclusively with external accomplishments, try putting more emphasis on what's really important. When you redefine what it means to achieve a meaningful accomplishment, it helps you to stay on your path. Yeah. I don't know. I know during my day, for me, a meaningful accomplishment is that I did get at least up and motivated a little bit. Even if I couldn't physically do a lot that's on a given day, like if physically I'm just like drained or hurting and I'm not able to, like I don't do a lot of chores or something, I still feel like a meaningful accomplishment for me on any day is just getting up and trying to start the day with attitude of gratitude, and doing my morning studies when I'm out of sync, like on getting that part of something done in the day, then it throws a lot of other things off. So I guess, my meaningful accomplishment is just consistently working on the relationship I have. And so that's kind of relates to what I'd been talking about in the reflection videos, a few weeks ago. But I was thinking today, like the one I was trying to make a little bit ago, like I said, I feel like I got a little off track there because, like, I could share with you right now why I felt bad on Saturday, and don't need to necessarily put that in the reflections video, but or not just Saturday, but I felt it kind of. I know that Saturday, the reason I felt off that evening was I bought this drink that was not alcohol or nothing, but it's this thing. I'll just go ahead and share it right now. It's this drink that my friend normally, or a friend of mine sometimes would get, and it was $10 for a small container, about like that big. I think maybe one thing was an ounce, but it was like $10, and he'd get them, and it would like what do you call it? It he said it made him feel better. Gave him a little boost of energy, better. Because my thing was like, is it more so? It's more than just caffeine, you know. Like, is it now? It does have caffeine in it, but it's got a whole big blend of stuff in it. That some of it's natural stuff, and then there's some things that I need to look up because what happened was I bought a bottle of that Saturday, and they didn't have any more small bottles, and they had this big bottle. And I really shouldn't have spent the money that I spent on it, not knowing I've never used it. My friend would get it, and I remember tasting it one time, and it tasted so awful. But like I was under the impression you got like one of them things and did it all. But he would. I remember when he got it, he'd just take it and he'd just take a sip. He'd sip on it through the day. I don't even know if he'd finish a whole one in a day, but like he said, you don't drink it all at once, like even that a little bit. So I ended up buying the big bottle that's supposed to be like, I think it's like 16 servings, which is, it says a serving's a half ounce. So you don't have to get a lot of, it's not, I think that's even less than a shot glass, isn't it? Like a half ounce. I don't remember. But, so you just need a little bit. And, I did just a little bit. I took a sip on the way home, and then I got home, and I think I just overdid. Like I didn't drink like a bunch of the bottle, but I drank about that much. Like I drank a good portion out of the top of the bottle, and felt all right for a few hours. But then that night, man, it started like messing with me. I think I'd overdone it. I think there's something in that drink that might not really supposed to be in there, and I'm gonna have to do my research because it's still. I put it the rest of it in my fridge, and ever since, because I woke up Sunday feeling really like all Saturday night. Every time I'd wake up, I was kind of lightheaded, dizzy-headed, not feeling all that great, but I was able to go right back to sleep. But it was like my body was not feeling right, and that's why I was able to just go right back to sleep. Like a lot of times I have trouble sleeping, like I did last night and the night before, but well, I mean, I slept last night, but you get what I'm saying? It's like I knew something wasn't right. And the only thing I could think of that I'd done different was I'd gotten that stuff, and it was something that I'm not used to, and I did it, and maybe I did a little too much. So I'm going to research what's in it because I think that, like I said, you know how some of them things, because it's something you don't just go in and get off a shelf. Like you have to go in and it's in a glass thing, so you have to tell them what you want, and then they get it. And and it's $10 for a small amount, and I paid like, because he said he makes more money off the small ones, but he was out of them. But this big one, I was like, you got a big one for $24, so you got like quite a bit more than you would get if you're buying them in a small amount. But before I didn't ingest any more of it, because like Sunday I didn't go to church because of the way I felt. Like I'm pretty sure, I think my blood pressure and my blood sugar might have been completely kind of skedaddled. That stuff might have affected something in a way, especially if I did a little more than I should have. Because I definitely knew you wasn't supposed to, because the person driving me to the store was like, I'll drink half of that. And I was like, no, you ain't supposed to drink half this freaking bottle. Like, you just need a little bit. And then I think I might have just overdid it a little bit. Because like it even lingered into Monday. Now yesterday I was feeling quite well enough to go to town, go to the doctor, and have a fun experience. I didn't feel all that yucky yesterday morning, not like I had been. Like ever since Saturday up until yesterday, and yesterday I was a little disoriented. Like that's what it kind of made me feel like. It wasn't a very comfortable feeling. So there you go. That's what I was sharing in the other video that I was going to make about reflections. But this is a Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe if you can. I'm trying to wrap this up. I realized I kind of rambled on. I hope you stayed all the way to the end. I am really trying to figure out, I should have done what I was going to do this month, and I hadn't done it. And I really don't know if I can afford this too right now. But anyway, neither here or there. That's not y'all's problem. I'm seeing on eBay in some places that I can get like maybe a refurbished laptop for anywhere from 50 to like $150. And I was thinking about doing it this month, and I didn't yet. And now I'm like, still got money, but if I was to, even if I got a $50 cheap one, and it might not last but a month or two, but if I got it, I can learn how to use it, then start trying to work on some skills with editing and all that kind of stuff. But, I got to get it first. But I'm going to get off here, and I guess what I was saying is have a good day. I'm kind of like scatterbrained a little bit. Not scatterbrained, just I'm having a good morning, and I hope you are. And I'm glad that you are alive, and thanks for being you. And have a blessed rest of your day. Till next time, Mr. Gray Cloud here, Sage of the Eternal Moment, over and out. Feeling weird. In a good way, though. Ditto.